Hello everyone, what's up and welcome to the Shiny Record channel. Now today we're going to go through my Odd Eyes Pendulum Magician deck profile. I took out Mythical Beast engine because it just wasn't working that great with the Odd Eyes. Mainly because I didn't have enough low scales in the deck and deck tends to break a lot. And I'm not interested in that, especially in this day and age in Yu-Gi-Oh! Because one turn can make a difference and we all know this. I'm going to go through the deck profile quick. I'm only going to bring up key points. Assume everyone knows what each card does at this point. First, I'm going to have triple Odd Eyes Arc Pendulum Dragon, two Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon. One thing I must bring up with this card is that most people play three. You really shouldn't. You only should play two. The reason why people used to play three in the past, there was a specific OTK with it, where you had Astrograph and Sky Iris. All you had to do was put Odd Eyes in scale, pop it with Sky Iris, search for the next copy, drop your Astrograph, search for the third copy, and that was 10,000 damage. And also, Odd Eyes does double damage, so it's probably more. Especially with everyone playing such weak monsters nowadays, you just eat them up. One Phantom Dragon, you don't need more than one. Two Persona, very good. It's a negate, it's free of summon. As long as the Odd Eyes card for you is destroyed, and Arc Pendulum is on the field, just special summon it from your deck, and it negates monsters from the extra deck. It's once per turn, not hard once per turn, so you can summon multiple. And it works like Effect Velo. So as long as the monster is on the field, it will negate them. So they can't chain block it. In other words, like Goki, they can't chain block this. Moving on, for the last Odd Eyes monster, we have Dissolver for your fusion summon. Everyone should be familiar with him. Then we have, for the magician stuff, Chrono, triple Chrono, one time Gazel, Harmonizing, Black Fang, two purple poison, one Oath, one Shanky. I must say poison brings a next valuable effect to the board, meaning that the deck needed something that just pops a card. You just needed that because a lot of times you won't be able to kill everything by battle, so you have to destroy them with card effect, and also it's searchable by Odd Eyes, which does comes up quite frequently, especially if you break. So if any other card I want to go to when I break, it must be poison. And by the way, just for the record, the deck sets up bigger boards than Pendulum Magicians, just to put that out there for you. And your matchup against meta decks is exact same and probably be better. Then we have triple Big Worm and two of Ebony Maws Spaceship. Everyone knows what these do. I must bring up a point too, is that this card is really good in the deck. If you summon it, which you can, it's free if you have it. You can actually just pop one of your Odd Eyes cards on the field if you have, let's say, Arc Pendulum Dragon and just Odd Eyes. What you can do, summon this, use its effect, pop the Odd Eyes on itself, and then special summon a monster. It's going to be, I think, a Synchro or a Fusion. Then you get to put it in its scale with its own effect and it will trigger off this. So you have fresh scale set and you get to summon. So it's a little quick trick with the deck. Moving on, then two Jackal King as our only monsters that aren't really synergetic with the deck, but Jackal King is a beast, he just negates stuff. That's why he has Jackal Mythical Beast. Moving on, then we have two Sky Iris Terraforming. I might increase Terraforming. The one problem I was having is like everybody main decks Droll, so like I don't want to terraforming and then it ends up being your only search for the entire turn. That doesn't look good. And then we'll play triple Spiral Flame. I'm going to tell you a ruling for this card. If you choose to destroy a card your opponent controls, your opponent cannot ash it. Only if you choose to search for a monster. Because you choose upon activation. That means you cannot use the other effects, so they cannot ash it. This card is one of your outs to anti-spell along with poison, so be careful with them. Then we have triple Duelist Alliance. Searches for either Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon, your Arc Pendulum Dragon, or your Pendulum Call, which I must play. It brings a different dimension to the deck where if I found Arc Dragon, which you have 9 ways to search for, I might add, so you cannot complain about searching for the card. You play 3 copy and 9 ways to search it. So you must find it opening hand. Then Pendulum Call, what you can do with it now is that if you already have the Arc Pendulum Dragon, you go for your Harmonizing our next Magician and just go nuts. Remember, you're going to set up big boards like triple negate the least. And then we have Foolish, 2 Shrine, standard stuff. And our only trap being Treacherous Trap Hole. Just a good card. It can only activate if you have no trap cards in your grave. So by being the only trap card in the deck, it's like, why not play it? You can cut it from the deck if you like, but it's like, why not play it? Moving on, for the extra deck, we have 2 Eraserhead, 1 Tokyo Ghoul, 1 Gran Torino, 1 Bakugo. Then we have Nightmare from Soul Calibur, No Longer Drizzy, Dank Rebellion. Let me bring up an effect on this that people don't even remember about most time. It has an effect where in the battle phase, this is a quick effect, so don't think you can chain it to your regular attacking effect because that works before damage calc. You can just put him back in the extra deck and summon Darkworm and Gate 0 up to 2, either one of each. So what it sets up for you is that if you fail to kill your opponent and you had 2 Darkworm in your extra deck, you could put it back, summon the 2 Darkworm, and either go into Dweller or Nightmare depending on the deck you're going to play against. Now Nightmare is in here for a first turn monster negation or interaction with your opponent in their turn, because your other level 4s don't do that. Dweller might necessarily be the best card. Example against Trickstars. You're not going to Dweller. Doesn't really do anything for you. Moving on. Nagata the Moral Leader, Todoroki, and All Might. Moving on. I think everyone should know what these are in here for. And Raging is just an absolute monster. You can summon it legitimately, but it's there for you to summon with absolute, also for Other's Fusion, which I do side. So the reason why it's not in the main deck is that you don't want to draw Other's Fusion going first. You want to see going second, where you can just, if your opponent set up a board, just fusion someone into it, bounce back something, you have a negate if you can, and that's it. And it's also searchable by Sky Iris. Then moving on, we play on the Cocktail, Electromite, Deco Talker. One thing I want to bring up, if I had a Topologic Gumbler Dragon, I would take out Deco Talker. Gumbler Dragon is an amazing card. It works so well with the deck, especially that you don't really need your hand, and most times I end up with 2 cards left in my hand. Now, it might not seem like a lot to you, but if I'm going to set up a board at least 3 negates, and I'm going to take out 2 cards of my opponent's hand, that means they have 4 cards that has to go around 3 negates. And on top of all of that, if there's something that I don't necessarily have to negate, they're in even deeper trouble. That means there's no way out. And for last monster is obviously Megatron, leader of the Decepticons. Good card, and I must say it's a good feeling when you just say Pendulum Summon and it looks something like this. It's a great feeling. Alright, that's it for the deck profile. One thing I want the subscribers to do for me is that I want you to tell me whether to play Other's Magicians or Pendulum Magicians for the next major tournament for me. I'll go with what the subscribers say. I've been playing Pendulum Magicians every tournament. I've been topping with it lately. But as in, the deck is kind of stale and I don't want to bring the same thing every single time. So everybody has a read on that. And most people don't really know how to play around this deck. So I was thinking of bringing this, but I'll leave it to the subscribers. So thanks for watching. Rate, comment, subscribe, and I'm out. Have a great day.